Hey guys, happy Thursday. Hi, Shaylin.
Hey, hi.
Hi, my name's Arabella, and thank you guys so much for tuning in again to day 2 for another photo compositing stream with Shaylin. If you missed yesterday's stream, you can definitely watch the replay of that. She worked on a lot of really fun things, and we'll actually go over a little bit later. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know where you are watching from. We always get some random international people. There's people from all over, so say hi in the chat. Tell us where you're at. I'm over here in San Jose, California. Well, Campbell, technically. Shaylin, where are you at?
So currently, right now, I'm in Salisbury, Maryland, because I'm in college. Salisbury University. So I'm originally from Wilmington, Delaware. So 302.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, cool. I see some familiar names, not faces. Hi, Ferry. Hi, Wade. Hi, Sean. Yeah, awesome. It's good to have you guys in here. Hi, David. Hi, Steve. Very fun. I'm so excited. But yeah, we're doing some photo compositing today. And, we've got Shaylin Wallace here, who is an amazing artist, digital artist and graphic designer. And she does a lot of amazing work and kind of taps into a lot of different styles too, which is kind of incredible. But yeah, Shaylin, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about, oh, actually, sorry guys, I forgot. I went ahead of myself. Can we actually take a look at the schedule real quick? Thank you, Paco. Yeah, so we've got a lot going on. We have Alex earlier today at 7:30 a.m. for designing a poster series. We had Voodoo Val give us another fun Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge just before us, which is great because we'll actually be reviewing some of those challenges later today in today's stream. And so I'll talk a little bit about the Daily Creative Challenge a little bit later. But yeah, we've got Shaylin until about 11:30. We've got Andrew for an Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge at 11:30 a.m. We've got Joyce and Lena for a branding and identity design at noon. And then Peter for an XD Daily Creative Challenge at 2 p.m. Kyle for a draw along at 2:30 p.m. And Voodoo Val and Selena for a design off at 3 p.m. So we've got a ton going on. Adobe Live's a great way to kind of just learn a lot of things or learn a lot of new skills and just kind of hear from other creatives. It's just a wonderful community and such a good resource. So it's kind of something that you can kind of leave on in the back as you're working or editing or doing any of that. So really great resource. And so, yeah, so for today's Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, thank you, Voodoo Val. She always gives like the most fun, cool challenges. And we had a lot of fun reviewing them yesterday too. So today's challenge is to design a crystal ball that contains a mysterious scene using transform and warp. So I'm excited because yesterday's was all about like potion making. It was kind of fun. But yeah, thank you, Paco. You can actually submit your challenges right up. There's a tab right above the chat. It says challenge, and it just kind of gives you a little lowdown of what you need to do to submit those challenges. And if you're looking to get some feedback, sharpen up some of your skills, and it doesn't have to be just like feedback from us either. Like there's the whole community on Discord, and so they can offer feedback as well. So it's pretty awesome. I suggest joining and being a part of those challenges because they're great. But yeah, anyway, Shaylin, so excited to have you.
Yes.
Do you want to tell everyone who maybe is just joining, who's new to you, a little bit about who you are and what you do? And
Yeah.
we'd love to pull up your work too at the same time so people can see.
Yes. So my name is Shaylin Wallace, but you guys can call me Shay. And I'm a surreal artist, and basically I love to take stock photos and manipulate them in Adobe Photoshop. I have many different styles. I do double exposures. I do like headless edits. I like to like maybe turn buildings and like composite them with food. A lot of different
Ooh.
things. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy. I do a lot of like puns sometimes. You can like see like the
Ooh,
humorless
that's
cat.
fun.
But I have many different styles. My style can be kind of minimalistic at times as well, because sometimes like less is more.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
kind of like has a symbolic feeling as well to some of my pieces.
I
And
love that one.
so I have a lot of
Yeah,
different
that's incredible. And we
ones.
kind of talked about this yesterday where you kind of go into it without really like knowing necessarily what you're going to do, just kind of I think like very there's that surprise element and you're just like figuring out stuff, based on what stock images you use.
Yeah, so basically like my ideas they come basically just randomly as I look at stock photos. I never really
Yeah.
have I always have a vision when I look at stock photos, but like I never have an idea until I look at them. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I see this image of a person. Let me take their head off and add a tree. It's never
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what I'm gonna do today, because I feel like working like that, it's easier for me, so that way I don't have to like overthink it.
Ooh.
There's my buildings.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, how fun.
yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well, I love your work.
Thank you.
You worked on some really fun stuff yesterday. Do you want to talk a little bit about that real quick, briefly?
Yes. So yesterday I did a double exposure edit.
Yes.
And basically I had a portrait that I found, and I added I overlaid some flowers, and then added like a fish eye.
Hmm.
Shout out to who had the pun
Yes.
from yesterday. And it was really really fun. I had the audience help me pick out which flowers to pick, because I had like 5 different
Yes.
types of wallpaper flowers, and
Hmm.
then we all agreed that this was the best
Yeah, it
one.
was beautiful. So
So
yeah, super excited. Are you gonna be posting this on your Instagram, do you think? On your
yes,
stories or on your feed?
I should be posting it tomorrow on my Instagram.
Yes,
So
perfect.
be
So
ready for the fire
where can we
comment.
follow you, Shaylin?
You can follow me on my Instagram at SMW all day.
Perfect.
SMWALY.
So be on the lookout for that.
Yes.
Yes, awesome. Just want to quickly shout out some of the people in the chat. We've got Sean from Germany. We've got Shikar from India, Valeria from Mexico. Wow, Peter from Sweden, Mona from Florida, Steve
Wow.
from New Zealand.
What?
Super cool.
All
Antonia from
over.
Seattle. Hi again. That's awesome. A couple other people from Seattle. Super cool. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. Shaylin did such an amazing job yesterday, and you can watch a replay whenever, and you'll be able to watch the replay for this stream as well. And just as a quick reminder, too, if you guys are over in YouTube, make sure to head over to Behance, because then you'll be able to interact with us. You can, ask questions in the chat, talk to Shaylin. We want to hear from you, and Shaylin's here until 11:30 to answer all your questions. So please feel free to join us over in Behance. So,
Yes.
Shaylin, what are you working on today?
So today I'm gonna do one of my famous
Yes.
headless edits.
I'm so
So
excited.
yeah, this one. I remember so many people have been asking me, "How do you do it? How do you do it?" I'm
Hmm.
like, well, today, if you're like
There you
watching,
go.
you will see how I make my headless edits.
Yes. Love that. I'm
I use
so
many
excited.
different tools. Yeah, I use many different tools, so you get to see all the tools I use, and I'll explain what I'm doing. So don't worry.
Perfect.
And I found this really nice portrait.
Yes.
When I do like the headless edits, I like to look for people who are standing in like minimalistic type scenes. So like they
Hmm.
may be standing in a field or standing somewhere where like no one else is, maybe like a
Yeah.
cliff. So
Yeah.
this one, it stood out to me immediately. And
Hmm.
like when I look at when I look for like different heads, I like to make
Yeah.
sure their hair is not by their shoulders. If it is, I mean, I can like clone it out,
Yeah.
but it's just easier for me to just, not.
Yeah, absolutely. That
So,
makes sense. And it's like kind of very like this clean background and sky too. So it makes
hmm
it very easy makes your
yes.
job easier.
Yes, that
That's
will. I would
awesome.
go into that as I like get more into it, because the background really is helpful when it's like
Yeah,
simple.
absolutely.
I'm gonna clean up some of these birds
Cool.
and stuff.
And you use like mostly stock, right? Do you ever
Yeah,
okay.
most of the time I use 99.9% of the time I will use
Yeah.
stock image. Sometimes, if I have like a creative idea, I will take photos for myself. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of a challenge to like find the photos, because
Mm-hmm. I know we were talking about this
find
yesterday. You're like you spend all these hours like going through stock
yeah,
photos.
10 tabs later, found one photo.
Yeah.
Worth it. Worth it.
I mean, really, you kind of have to do some searching,
Yeah.
different keywords and do you use Adobe Stock or are you just
Yeah, I use Adobe
Okay.
Stock, and I also use like another website, like
Hmm.
Unsplash.com, which has other stock images.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
That's awesome.
I think I'm gonna get rid of this flower real quick on the side.
Cool.
Just, just
Ooh, okay.
this
Just
real
to
quick.
kind of clean it up.
Yeah, because it's kind of bugging me. So the stamp tool, which is S,
Uh-huh.
which is one of the best tools. One of the best tools. Cause you click like the option or alt, and then you like
Uh-huh.
hold in the area you want. Go
And
back
you can
and
just like, yeah,
yeah, clean it up.
nice. That's quick and easy.
Yeah, make sure it blends nicely. I always select the area and then I go back and then I like fix up the edges
Kind
because
of blend.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be kind of a
Yeah, I feel like sky too is always like a little um
gradient.
tricky too because yeah, it has like this gradient. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can see
Oh,
it.
Antonio says perfect for the headless Halloween season.
Yes. Oh my god, I should make a headless one with a pumpkin
Oh
just for
my
you
God. Yes,
guys.
actually. Yeah. Or
Just for
even
you
like
guys.
jack-o'-lantern or something.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yes. Phyllis says hi from Indiana outside of Indianapolis.
Hi,
And we also got Christiane from France. Hello.
France.
And hi,
Oh my
Joe. Thank you
goodness.
guys for joining us.
From all over. That is
I know. It's
amazing.
so cool.
Like all over.
Ooh, like for a
It's like, what
living, I'd
time is it
love to
over
know.
there?
I know, right? But maybe it's because everyone's like, working from home now too. So,
Yeah, that is true.
yeah.
It's true. Let's see.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Whoops.
Ooh, we've got someone from Nigeria and from
Wow.
Canada.
Canada. Oh my goodness. That is
I really don't want
amazing.
to butcher their name, but I think it's Oluwatomisin. Hi from Nigeria. And hi Sharon from Canada. Morris from Birmingham. Super cool. Thank you guys
Wow. Amazing.
for tuning in.
Add.
So how did you end up coming up with this like concept? Like what was like when
Um,
was the first time that you played around with it and like what made you decide to stick with that?
I actually made this concept when I was editing on apps, so which was like 6 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Like I was
Is
looking at
that's how
my
you got started, right?
yeah, so I was looking at my Instagram because I started posting on my Instagram I think 5 years ago on my artwork, and I was looking like I scrolled all the way down to like my first edits I ever uploaded, and literally like three of them were headless, and I was like I just was always I've always been doing like not the same concept or similar ones, but they always
Yeah.
evolved into something more. So
Mhm.
like when I did it, I just removed the face, but like I kept like the hat on it, but like there was
Yeah.
just no face. But like now I just add things to the head. I
Nice.
feel like this is good. All right, I think it's good enough.
And what makes you kind of like decide like what goes on the head?
Random. It's just
It's
random.
just random.
Like
Yeah, because I'm always like, okay, well, there's usually if like you happen to photograph the image, like you might like grab inspiration from the person itself and like what they like or something. But
yeah.
it's interesting. You can kind of just decide what you want.
Like today, I was thinking about doing one of my tree edits, and
Hmm.
then when I was looking at this image, a whole different idea came in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that. So you guys will get to see what I picked. It's something really cool. Like it's
Yes.
different. I was not expecting to do it, but I was like, it just came to me out of nowhere.
Awesome. Yeah, that looks a lot more clean. Like it's almost like you're not distracted by that really tall
Yeah.
flower or whatever it was. Yeah. Very cool. Ooh. Wow, we've got so many people. Thanks for joining us. We've got Odari from Detroit, Tabo from South Africa, Megan from Canada, Fatima from India. So many people.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Oluwatomisin has a question. I want to become creative with Photoshop. How do I go about it?
So if you want to learn the tools, I would say if you have like no knowledge whatsoever, I think there's like so many different tutorials you can find, like just the basic one-on-ones, because once you get the tools hand like, down packed, I feel like you can start creating. But honestly, if you really want to, you could just open Photoshop and play around with the tools. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
what is this tool? And then you'll see what it does. Like, okay, and then like just have fun with it. Like, I wouldn't take it too
Mm-hmm.
seriously, because like
Yeah.
when you have fun with it, I feel like it's not more stressful. It's like oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just learning.
It's
I'm
like a
not like
natural flow of just like
yeah.
trying everything out. Yeah.
I just
That's
want a
cool. That's good
pale.
advice.
Yeah,
Also, just like even when you open up Photoshop these days, like there's always all those tutorials too, like in
so
that kind
many.
of window when you first open it up. And so you can learn from there. You can learn through Adobe Live, just like you're in the right place as far as coming in and tuning in. Because this is where you can learn a lot of fun little tricks.
Definitely, because I'm
Hmm.
gonna show you a little of my tricks that I've just discovered as I work on my artwork.
Yeah.
I think this is that
So you
it?
have a couple of layers now. How come you added like those extra layers?
Oh yeah. So basically, just in case, I keep changing things. So like that one, I brightened that one up. This one, I removed it, then I brightened it up, and now
Okay.
I'm looking at this one. I'm like, I see this line in the back, so I'm gonna get rid of
Yeah.
that. I'm using it's called the spot healing brush tool, which is what I just say J because that's what the shortcut is.
Yeah.
And basically, you like go over something and it will remove it.
Yeah, that's honestly like my favorite tool. It's the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when I discovered this, I was like,
Yeah, I know.
what? Magical.
Literally, literally. I know. That and the patch tool has been like
Yes, the patch
killer.
tool is really good
Yeah.
too. I think that's clean. I keep seeing these little dots of I know they're birds, so I'm trying to get rid of them.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Make sure
Hmm.
that's all of them. Yeah, I'm always zoomed in when I work.
Yeah, no, that's great because then you can like really take a look at all the details and stuff. That makes sense.
Let me see if the J will work over here. Okay, good. Cool. So I'm gonna copy this layer one more time to get to
Hmm.
the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm about to use the pen tool,
Okay.
which is P for shortcuts on the computer,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna select his head
Okay.
from the neck up.
Okay.
Oops. Best thing about this pen tool is like when you drag it, you can like move it.
Yeah.
So like you have like a curve, you can do that. But if you just want to have a straight line, you just click.
Okay. But then you kind of like adjust the curvature of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And then you just click around the head.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Okay.
I'm excited
Then
to see what's gonna happen.
yeah. And then make selection. And then I know this. Oh, yeah. Whoops. So it selects the head automatically.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh no. Have we lost you, Shaylin? Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, sorry guys. I think we may have lost Shaylin a little bit. Let us know in the chat if what you're creating today, if you're if you're creating anything fun on Photoshop. Um, cool. Cool. Hey you guys, we'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Sorry about that. Thank you. Hey
Awesome.
everyone.
Hey.
We're back from the space that we were in.
Yes, we are back.
Oh, thank you guys for bearing with us. We just had a couple little
Yes.
technical difficulties. All of us are having technical difficulties during
Yeah.
this, work from home situation. Thank you guys for answering my questions in the chat. I'm glad that you guys are doing a lot of stuff. Someone was creating sketches for Inktober
Ooh,
2020.
nice.
Um, Sharon is making a selection of a cat.
Ooh,
Oh, but
nice.
they're having trouble selecting fine whiskers. Interesting. I'd probably maybe like the select and mask tool to like for those like or like the refine edge tool. That'd probably be a
Oh
good
yeah,
one.
that'd be good. That'd be a
Um,
good one.
Ooh, very fun. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Cool.
So I selected his head with the
Hmm.
selection with the pen tool, and then I went in with the stamp tool and selected the sky so I can blend it in, and
Got
then
it. Got it. Yeah.
redefining the edges.
Do you mind just kind of quickly? I don't know if you can. Um, I know we lost you like right in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Maybe just showing us like your history or something.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so there we go. So she basically selected with the pen tool the head and then using the clone stamp tool, right?
Yes, the clone stamp tool.
Awesome. And then you kind of just like went in there.
And then I just made sure like the left side had like the light area, and then this
Yeah.
side had the.
Make sure that it's blended.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why it's like easier for me to blend. And then after that, I went back with the clone stamp tool, and then you see this edge.
Yeah,
Redefine this edge.
that's perfect. That
And
looks really clean.
yeah, the best thing with this picture is that I chose an image with a really nice background, nothing
Yeah.
busy. Even if it was busy like a forest, it would work because it's like trees, but something
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that can blend easily. That way, it will look more clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But yeah, the
that
head
looks
is
great.
gone.
It's gone. Oh, that looks awesome. Cool.
Sure. I think I see one thing. Actually, let me.
Oh, little things on the shirt.
Little things.
Little cleaning.
Little lint.
This is such a pretty image too already. So like it's gonna be
Yes.
very cool like seeing what you put on the head and like I feel like the flowers just help lead you right into the middle of the image, which is
Yeah.
cool.
And I saw it. I
Yeah.
was like, that's the perfect composition that I would want to
Mm-hmm.
work with.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay.
Super fun.
All right. And then, ta-da! The head
Yes.
is removed.
It's gone.
So usually I'll like do like my famous, tree headless edit. So I'll put like a tree on here or a flower, and that was the first thing I was gonna do originally. I
Mm-hmm.
was looking at a lot of white flowers like lilies, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, wait, maybe I should do a yellow flower to go with this.
Yeah.
But then like I stopped looking at images for a little bit, and I went back, and then I noticed in his hand he had a headphones, and I was like,
Oh.
music, and I was like, what? I literally, what should I do? I was like, yo,
Wait, like music notes or something?
yes,
Yes. Oh, sorry.
but
That was
not
probably really
just,
loud.
but not just any music notes. I was like, I like to do
Ooh.
clouds.
Yes.
So I was like, why don't I find a music note that looks like a cloud? I was gonna first make one like a
Oh
music note
my
and then put
gosh.
the cloud. I
Yes.
was like, let's make it a little easier.
That's cool. That's
And
cool.
so I was like, let me see if Adobe Stock had music note with
Mm-hmm.
clouds. And so
That's sick.
I
I dig
found
that.
one.
I mean, there's so many ways that you could take it, right? Like there's like, I can even see, oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yes, I know. I was
I
like,
can
this is
even
perfect.
see like music pages.
Oh my god, that'd be nice.
Yeah, like fluttering, like just like up in there. But this is cool. The cloud, the like
Yes.
music symbol in a cloud. I can't believe you found that. That's so good.
I know. Like I remember when I was looking, I saw like a cloud. I saw like a whole sky with like just
Hmm.
clouds of music notes. But I was like, I need like one with a black background. That way I could overlay it easy. So
Yeah.
like when I saw this, I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I wanted it thick enough that way you can still tell it's a music note, and this is the one I wanted, so I can like
Hmm.
play around with the size as well as the rotation of
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So we're gonna see how this overlays.
And
That is
Carol's like,
exactly
now
how
make him levitate. Let's
I
go. Just kidding.
I love levitation.
Oh, Valeria's like, music clouds.
I
And
love
Arby's like,
levitation.
decapitation, Photoshop style.
Right,
People are so funny in
right.
the chat.
I
I
know.
love it. Thanks, guys, for just being so engaging.
Right.
No, this is great though. I just can't believe you even found it. That's
I
so good.
know. That was like my vision. I was like, oh my god, I have to find a
Mm-hmm.
note with the cloud. I was gonna make one, but I was like, you know what? Let's make it easier for me. And I
Yeah.
really found one. I was like, Adobe Stock, thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. And let's. So I'm putting it on the blend mode of screen, and
That's
this
such a good
actually
trick.
is wow. It did really good. I might have to even let's see. Hmm.
I feel like I only recently learned that. Like when you have black and um like in that image or whatever and you just change the blending mode, it just disappears.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I need to find one that's black because if I found like a sky one, I may have like could erase the sky a little bit, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't have the same effect that I was looking for, like
Yeah,
a
totally.
clean effect. Let's see.
That's awesome.
That's good. I didn't want it too like bright and white because
Mm-hmm.
might make the transparency
Yeah,
different.
Carol also had the same idea. She's like, I probably would have tried first to warp a cloud brush into a note. But see, you made it easier for yourself
Yeah, yeah.
and
You gotta
found it.
shortcuts are fine.
Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's right. Yes.
So now I'm
Work
gonna figure
efficiently.
out. This is the fun part to figure out how I want to align these music notes. I think I might go
Yes.
small to big or big. I might go actually big to small and then have it off the page like an S
Mm.
maybe.
Ooh, yeah, like kind of like
Yeah,
snaky.
yeah. So we're gonna.
That's so fun.
And the reason why I kind of keep these layers to see, I can maybe try to have it not the same size as the head, but around the same size, so it looks kind of
Yeah,
like
that's smart. Yeah, that makes sense.
that.
That's so cool. I like that his shirt is white too.
Right?
It like just adds to the whole like cloudy effect. That's so fun.
And this is different. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did this one edit. It's called Affectionate Thoughts, and
Uh-huh.
I found this cloud that I have in Adobe Stock, and it kind of remind me of a heart. So
Uh-huh.
like I didn't have to do much editing. I just had to overlay it, and it actually came out really good.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, I should like start like playing around with like cloud shapes.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Peter is hilarious. I'm pretty sure Peter was. I think it was Peter who said fisheye yesterday.
Oh really?
I think it was because he just said new logo for SoundCloud.
That'd be
That's a
good.
good one. That's a good one. But seriously, that makes sense. SoundCloud, perfect.
SoundCloud. How did they not think of that?
I know.
That's actually that really is perfect.
It really is.
I might. I'm gonna just copy a lot of these. Or actually, instead of doing that, I can just hold down, I can just click the V tool and then
Hmm.
hold down the Option key and drag.
Oh
So
yeah,
it automatically copies it for me.
that's awesome. That's a quick, easy way.
Yes, that's why I love it.
And what's the shortcut
Sometimes
shortcut again for that?
you click V,
Uh huh.
which is this tool. It's called the Move tool.
Uh
And
huh.
then you click down Option, or I think on the other one is Alt, and
Hmm.
then you just drag. So you hold it and
Oh,
drag and drag and
that's
drag.
smart.
So it just automatically copies the layer.
I'm learning new things all the time. Thanks, Shaylin.
I might do. Okay, yeah, that's what the problem is.
Nice. Sharon is asking, how did she make the second note? And that was by doing that, right? You just like
Yeah,
copied it and then.
yeah. Click V on your keyboard and then Alt or Option, and then you just drag. So you hold down Alt, and you just drag. So
That's awesome.
when you see the mouse go from that little like arrow to the 2,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
it automatically.
Smart.
Easier way, or you can just do what I do sometimes, depending on what it is, and just drag down the layer.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
copies
Or you
it.
could even do what is it, Command J for just like
Oh
make a
yeah,
copy or something. Yeah. Totally.
a lot of different ways to
Or
copy.
Control J, either one of those.
Let me rotate.
RB says head in G major. Nice one. I feel like this would be a good. This project is like you need some like good like vibey music to be like working on.
Right.
You know, like especially because it's very music related.
Very.
I dig it.
I want to work. I want to start working with After Effects. So maybe if I like
Ooh.
practice, I can somehow have these like actually like float out.
Yes,
I
that's
might
such a good
challenge
idea.
myself. I would probably actually watch tutorials on that.
Yeah,
for sure. I
After
can't
Effects
figure that
seems
out.
super cool, but yeah, it seems there's something so intimidating about like learning a new program sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
especially that's not like because from like Photoshop to Lightroom and Illustrator, like you can kind of like get the gist of it even if you don't, if you started
Yeah.
in one. But when it comes to like other programs like that, it's like a little more intimidating.
Yeah, I have no
'cause it's a
idea.
whole different
Since like
thing.
on my new laptop, I have a lot of space, so I'm
Uh-huh.
definitely gonna start working with After Effects and animation and like
Yes.
animating my pieces. Like I've been waiting so patiently for
Totally.
that day. So I'm excited to explore the possibilities.
Carol's asking, were there any other note options for like the clowns?
Well, this is the one I was looking for in particular. I could have
Yeah.
did the one with like just the
With the
one.
one. Mm-hmm.
I could find one maybe, but this is the one I wanted to do.
Yeah. So you're like, let's just stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve's also, yeah, the notes would be awesome to animate for sure.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. David says the talking heads. I love it.
I wonder if I want to rotate and flip it. Okay, that's the wrong flip.
I know we were kind of talking about this yesterday, but you said that you do like cover art, right?
Yes, that's like my
Your
top
jam?
thing. Yeah, like I love it. I remember in like November of 2019, I was like, I'm gonna change the cover art game. Like I just know it. I kind of did some like last
Yeah.
year, like only a few though. But like since the summer, I think I did like over 20.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
it's my
Cover art is
favorite.
really fun. It is really fun.
It's just
And for like when you do the cover art, do you usually are you given like images to work with, or do you go out and find like are they just giving you free reign and like that's it?
it's sometimes they do. Like sometimes like there's just so many different
It's like a
ways I
portrait of
could do
them or
it.
something.
Yeah, sometimes they'll give me an image, or they'll tell me, or they'll send me their song, or they
Oh,
will
okay.
or they'll basically tell me like a gist of the idea, and then or they don't have an idea and they can't think of one, so they'll
Yeah.
ask me for my input, and then I'll tell them like what I think, and then most of the time they're just like, yeah, do that. I'm like, oh, it was
Oh,
just an
that's
idea, but okay.
great.
So like I've like a lot of creative direction for it, which is what I do love. So it's like helping them, bring their vision to life, because when people hear a song, the first thing they see is their cover art. So
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Ooh. Carol's like, you could also find a jet to make the 5 staff lines in the distance. Like, like the lines for the music notes or whatever. That's cool.
That would be nice.
Oh no, Ali says my Photoshop is not working. Oh no.
Oh,
I hope it gets fixed soon.
yes. I know. I can't imagine my life without Photoshop.
Oh my god, I know. I
Like
know.
I use it literally every day.
Yeah, yeah, same here. It's a necessity at this point.
It really is. Like
Hmm.
I love it.
It's incredible how one program and like one company have like just revolutionized like the whole creative and artist community, you know, and like
Yeah.
these are our tools and like it's just created so many jobs for so many
Mhm.
people, you know.
Yeah, like it really did.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do so much in Photoshop. Like you can do so much. Like they
Hmm.
made like 3D on here, so you can like do stuff with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. This is coming together so well.
Yes. I just have to figure out the balance. I'm trying to make like that's the hard thing. I remember when I did the one edit with the heart clouds. It took me
Uh-huh.
forever to figure out the perfect balance for them to like flow the way I wanted to.
Hmm.
So that's kind of like what I'm trying to figure out. 'Cause I know I want one of them off the page like slightly. That way you can
Hmm.
see that it continues like in a sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
I wonder what song people may think when they see this. Like what mood.
I know, right? Is this giving you a vibe, a mood? What song does this remind you of?
What artist would you think of?
Yeah, what artist would you think?
This.
What artist would have this cover art? Tell us.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Play around with the fill.
Someone earlier said that they wanted those headphones.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean, if only we knew what those headphones were.
Yeah, I could not say.
Sorry, we don't know, Raul. Oh, Carol's just pulling them out. She's like, looks like they are very high notes.
That's a
We
good
hit the
one.
high notes. Oh, Peter, you're funny. You guys are hilarious.
Let me. I think it's good.
That's so fun.
Um,
I love that like notes have this like kind of like that cloudy texture too.
yeah, that's what I was
It's
looking for when
perfect.
that's when I saw it. I was like, because if I were to do it myself, I feel like the edge may be too like blurred a little bit or too
Hmm.
like sharp, and I didn't
Or
want that.
not as realistic, you know?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was like, I was really hoping they had one, and they
Hmm.
did.
Ooh. I hope I'm saying her name right. It's always like either Tamara or Tamara. Um, they said Mac Miller would probably have something like this, which
Oh,
actually, yeah, I could totally see this being a Mac Miller cover. Rest in peace.
yeah, I like just like sometimes every time I create a headless edit, I always think, what if why don't I just like not put anything? So I don't know, but like one day I may go back to like a lot of my headless edits and then
Yeah.
remove what I put and then just have a collage of like all of them with just without anything on it, just headless.
Yeah.
Because I have so many.
I know. Yeah, you do. I love seeing them. They're super cool.
Um,
Yeah, if you guys don't already follow Shaylin, you definitely should. It's SMW
all
all
day.
day.
Yep.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah, I have a lot of work.
Hmm. Yeah,
And they're all
that's
made by
awesome.
me. They're all fun. Like they're not like commissioned. Most of them are on my Instagram are like just artwork I just make for myself.
Yeah, yeah. That's so cool. That's very like fulfilling too. You know,
Yeah,
that kind of personal
definitely.
work and like just like creating for yourself and for fun. That's so important.
It really is. Because when I don't have time to make artwork for myself, a little bit of
You go
anxiety.
crazy.
Like just it's like a little bit of withdrawal. Like from Photoshop, it's like, well, so am I gonna make something now or now? It's like it gets
Yeah.
kind of overwhelming. It's like I really need to make something. It's just like, and especially when I have like so many ideas. Cause like I remember one point I had like too many ideas and I couldn't do anything about it because I just didn't know where to
Hmm.
start, and it was kind of
Yeah.
that wasn't good either. It's like too many ideas. That is a thing.
I was actually gonna ask you too, like besides, I know we were kind of talking about this yesterday, but you were talking about how like a lot of your work isn't anywhere else, or like, you know,
Um, I do listen to a lot of music, so maybe music will help. And
yeah.
then I do love to watch movies, so maybe that might be
Ooh.
a subconscious
Yeah.
type. Like I love Avengers.
Yes.
I
Nice.
love the Avengers. I love Marvel. I love the Avengers.
Yes.
Like I like movies like Fast and Furious. Those are fun
Super
to
action
watch. Like
packed. Yeah.
I like adrenaline type movies because it's just like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, like what's going on? Like what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do love my rom coms. Those are
Of course. Of
hilarious.
course.
Like the
Yes.
classics. I'm not a fan of scary movies. Nope.
I'm not either.
You won't catch me watching.
Thriller's okay, but scary
Yeah.
movies, it's
Like I can't. I would not sleep until the sun comes out the next morning.
oh.
Like I just like some people watch them for fun. I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Peter's like, oh, Justin Bieber song. I lost my head.
Justin Bieber. I feel like who would I say would have this? I don't even know. I was gonna say Tyler the Creator only because his one album with the it
Yes.
had like the bees and I love that album.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could definitely see that too. That's kind of fun. I actually wonder if that would be a good like kind of project series where like let's say you pretend that a famous like musician or music artist asks you to create a cover art for an album.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would just like that would be like a challenge where
That would be
you would
fun.
like have to think about the artist and their music and their brand and like just kind of like come up with like a concept. Would be good
Yeah,
practice.
that'd be so cool because Flower Boy was really like that cover was so cool. Like,
Yes, yes.
and I think the cover art really does like make the music
Artistic representation of the album, you know
definitely. I think
and that's always a challenge too because I'm sure like this one album art or cover art is supposed to represent all of the everything that's in it,
yeah.
whereas like sometimes the songs might be all different, but like what's the
I feel like I think this is good.
yeah.
I think that's good.
I love how you're very meticulous. You're like playing around and like
Like I keep playing around. Like wait, that was fine. Why'd you touch it?
oh. Finding harmony within all these symbols.
I might just put it like slightly down. So you can tell. Actually,
Oh, Octavia says this is so amazing.
Octavia. Hi, Octavia.
Oh, so someone friend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my friend, my roommate
Oh,
actually.
Octavia Dottie.
Yes, hey
Yes.
Octavia, what's up?
Shout out Octavia.
Yeah, that's my roommate. She tuned in. That is so funny.
Oh, so cute. I love it. Love it when friends tune in.
I think this is good. I'm going to actually. I forgot to do it again. Save my file.
Ooh, people are gonna come for you.
I know. I did not do. I try to like lay name the one layer person one, but that's the only thing I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, good. Yeah, make sure to save that now. Otherwise, you never know. You never know. Just want to remind you guys, we have about 42 minutes until design feedback, where we will be heading over to Discord to review some of those challenges. And just again, as a reminder, the challenge for today was to design a crystal ball that contains some sort of mysterious scene using transform and warp. So super excited to look at those. Voodoo Val gives such fun challenges. They're always, and this is like perfect for her too, because we're like in October. It's Halloween's coming up. So we had a lot of fun yesterday reviewing some of those and giving some feedback. So if you want your stuff reviewed by Shaylin, make sure that you submit. Hope you're still working on them right now.
Yes, I can't wait to see them.
Yes. Thank you, Wade, for plugging in where you can register for the daily creative challenges. Peter's also like, name your layers.
Wow.
Peter's so funny.
I named a group of the layers. That counts.
That counts. Yeah.
icons, I think. I think I moved it.
You know, it's just, I always say, it's like organized mess. You know, it's like that's what artists like. That's just how we are sometimes. Some of us at least.
Yeah, I feel like when I get to like over like 30 layers, that's when I will really start.
You're
Maybe.
like, okay, maybe I should start. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to like click the I button, you know,
Yeah, I'm
to see
always
where
like,
things
okay,
are.
I'm like, okay, this one, nope, this one, nope, that one. Oh, nope, that was that one. Yep. So you guys can see the before, and then brightened it.
Yes.
Got rid of. Got rid of it. But I'm gonna see if I
Hmm.
can recreate it in Lightroom from scratch. So we're gonna
Okay.
try that.
Cool. Cool. We love it. This would actually be a really good like little like time lapse video of like you like
Definitely.
putting it together. You know, those are always so fascinating.
Yeah, I'm starting to get more of a hang of doing those. So I think with this computer, I will have more space anyway. So I think I'll try to do more of behind the scene things. Because
Yeah.
I couldn't do it before. I know some people ask me. I'm like,
Hmm.
I didn't really have the time, but I really didn't have the space.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I actually really like your process of like just I feel like well, I don't know, I shouldn't say the majority, but like there's a good amount of photographers that I think like start with Lightroom and then head over to Photoshop to like do a lot of things.
hmm
But like I like that you're kind of like reverse where you're like I'm gonna start in
yeah.
Photoshop and then I'm
I feel
gonna like
like
tie it all in and do all the
yeah,
colors and details like in Lightroom, which I think is really cool.
yeah. Lightroom is like for me the final touch. Like I don't think I've ever made an edit without going to Lightroom afterwards.
Got
Like
it.
I
Okay.
feel like it just ties it like blends everything in better.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Amazing.
yeah, I
I
know
dig it.
I know what I want to do. So we're gonna try and make the preset that I have on my other computer.
Yes, Peter, organized chaos. Love it.
Should zoom out. I feel like the
Ooh.
ooh. I feel like I want it a little
Ooh.
bright, like a slightly bright with some color.
Yeah. Like has like having that like kind of more brighter look kind of gives that like slightly like vintage vibe or like,
Yes, I
you know,
love vintage vibes.
yeah.
I love it too
Or like
much.
kind of, I don't know, ethereal and like like very light and
I like
yeah.
how. Ooh, I should add. Oh, I should not do that. There's like a dehaze effect on here.
Mm-hmm,
I love
mm-hmm.
to use those. It gives like a really nice blur
Yes.
to it. Just add a little bit sharpen.
Oh, Steve gave a really great tip. He says you can click on the layers while holding Option or Alt, and it takes you straight to the object. I think he's talking about in Photoshop.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
oh yeah, and Raul also he starts in Photoshop and then Lightroom. That's cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone's process is different, and it just depends on like what you're doing. You know, I don't think there's ever any really like a wrong way. As long as you get to your destination and that's what you intended, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
Like if it's yours, it's yours. Like it just makes it
exactly.
easier.
Yeah,
If you try to
totally.
copy somebody, it's like it just sometimes it's just like too much.
Yeah, yeah. If you try to like, um, I don't know, absorb someone else's process, like it might not work for you. So just like find what does for you. Ooh,
Like the dehaze, like you see how it like
yeah.
it does that. I love that.
Whoa.
I use it in my photography a lot when I edit my images.
Hmm.
Clarity. Once I did that, I think I can lower the exposure.
Nice. Are you gonna be using like grain for this one too, or?
I actually am. I actually
Nice.
am. I actually am. I think
I
for
know you're all
the ones
about
like
that
this.
texture.
Yeah, I think I add the grain in here. 'Cause I like the grain they have in
Yeah,
here.
that's true. Hmm.
It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll do that. The whites slightly down.
I feel like I always do that too. I'm always like playing with the sliders and kind of going like extreme too.
Yeah,
Just so I'm like,
it's
oh, what
fun.
is this? Like, how does this affect this image?
Yeah, I just play around. I don't
Yeah.
really. I'm not gonna say I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. I just do it at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Actually, I like the more green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's super cool.
Oh, that's cute. I don't want it too saturated. And I know. Oh, here's the green. Let me. I gotta zoom
Shaylin,
in.
are you in school for kind of like art as well, or like
Yeah,
design or any of that?
yep. I'm in actually for graphic design, BFA in graphic design. I actually graduate in spring 2021.
Yay!
I'll be
So
free.
nice. So
I'll be
yes.
free. So
Oh, that's got to be so
excited.
exciting.
Yeah, it's actually like these 4 years went by actually quite
Like pretty
quickly.
quick.
Like I was surprised. Like
That's
wow,
awesome.
like crazy.
How is that like how's that been for you? Because that's interesting that you're like it's graphic design that you're in school for, but you're you do all this other kind of like digital work. Um,
Yeah, I feel like my graphic design classes they did teach me some like a lot of like
like
technical
principles and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I actually did learn how to use Adobe InDesign, which is cool because I never used
Hmm.
it. So like now I can like see how they make magazines and stuff and like
Yeah. Yeah.
booklets. I'm like
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep that in mind when I make my own magazine or booklet.
Yes.
But it was yeah, it's really nice. The projects my professors gave us were really like she had like, specific things for us to do, but we always could like make it our
Hmm.
own. So I kind of like a lot of my stuff looked kind of like 90s. That's kind of like my style in general.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it's actually nice, you know,
Hmm.
the balancing of like doing schoolwork and commission work and then my own artwork.
Yeah. It's kind of nice too because there's kind of a little bit of, like slight separation.
Yeah, I did a lot of
It's like
Illustrator
very
stuff.
different. Yeah.
A lot of Illustrator stuff. And now
Hmm.
since I've been in Illustrator so long, I
Hmm.
kind of like I have like different techniques of my own that I like to use. So
Hmm.
that kind of actually helped me as well.
Yeah. That's really cool.
I like the green like that. Okay, that's enough green. Something like fuzzy to blend
Hmm.
everything.
Yeah.
This side looks good. I blended. Cool. I know I want to.
What would you say is like your favorite part of your process and then your least favorite?
My favorite part as a whole,
Just like,
probably I would say finding the stock images
hmm.
because that's where my ideas come from.
Yeah. And you get
Um,
excited. Yeah.
yeah, my least favorite is probably when I can't find the stock image. Like after I find one stock image, I sometimes find another to go with it.
Yeah.
And if I can't find that specific image, that's when I'm just like, well, maybe I can't do the idea. And then I was like, okay,
A
well,
little discouraged. Yeah.
yeah. It's like, well, that's such a good idea, but I can't. I don't know how to do it. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but the ending is always like one of the best as well. Just
Hmm.
to see how
How
like
it
I
all came
started.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, I know what I want to add.
Ooh, Barry says, I love a simple composite because if it is too complicated or too crowded, it will become a disaster for me.
Right? Simple is really better. It
And
is.
sometimes you need to like do a lot to like kind of then simplify, like kind
Mm-hmm.
of add a lot, but then take away to get to
Exactly.
like a happy medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Peter says, great poster. Could be for a festival or something like that.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
cool. Actually, yeah, or even like a film or like some sort of movie too. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah, I was gonna actually like I was working on it this summer, but I didn't really finish. I was gonna turn some of my artwork into movie posters. I did like two,
Ooh.
but then I realized as I did like the third one that I missed something on all of them, so I didn't go back yet. But I think I really need to continue that project. Like it looks so cool. Like
Yes. You definitely should. Or even I bet like this could be like a good like like book cover too, even. I mean, seriously.
Definitely.
Um, yeah. Are you like that where you have like a lot of like projects that you haven't quite finished yet, but they're like, something that you want to get back to at some point? Like,
Actually, when I really work on something, I'll probably finish it like maybe if I don't work on it like after 2 days later, I'll probably go back to it in like a week. But I
mm-hmm,
don't really have anything that I just stop and I feel like I maybe have like I probably like four projects I never like went back to.
mm-hmm,
I remember last summer I had like no ideas and I had like four projects I stopped working on, so I went back and
mm-hmm.
worked on two of them and they actually came out really good and I was like, "Oh, well, there we go."
Yeah.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Uh, I know I want to add like I know what I want to add.
Ooh, Fairy has a question. What is the difference between Camera Raw filter and Lightroom?
Camera raw filter. Camera raw filter. Is that like another
I think
program?
that's the one in Photoshop. Like it's like what comes up if you like are using like a raw photo and it like pops up.
Oh.
I would probably say it's just with Camera Raw filter, like you can, I mean, it kind of is very similar to Lightroom, but with Lightroom, there's a lot more seamlessness when it comes to editing a whole session or like editing multiple images because it's like, you've got these like galleries and stuff. Whereas like I think Camera Raw, it's not as conducive as for like editing this like multiple images from the same shoot kind of thing, I
Mm-hmm.
think personally. Um, but they really like updated Camera Raw a lot, I think. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it depends on like what kind of photographer you are, right? Like if you're probably like, you Shaylin, you're kind of like working on one image at once.
Yeah.
So you might use Camera Raw maybe and not even bother with Lightroom if you don't want to, as like a prep or like a primer to
Mm-hmm.
like then getting into the compositing or whatever. But like, other people who are editing images from the same shoot, they might use Lightroom because it's a little bit easier to kind of edit and apply those same edits. Ooh, I really like those like colors.
Yes, I think I'm going
Oh,
to.
that's so fun. That kind of has like this like cotton candy sky vibe.
Yeah, I have an idea. It's like it's like a pale green or orange type overlay that I'm trying to
Ooh.
do, and I have the preset on my other one, so I'm trying to see if I can recreate it to
Yeah.
the closest thing.
That's actually like another thing too that's great about like Lightroom. I think in Camera Raw too you can also save like presets basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, in Camera Raw you can save presets too, but Lightroom is great cuz you can just apply those and it's like super easy.
I have like over 50 presets I've created over the past four
Amazing.
years.
Yeah, and it works for you.
Yeah, I love them. Like they're the best. It saves me
You know,
time. Like I
mhm.
always the same preset, but then I always will go back for that specific image and tweak it so that way it can
Yes.
go with that piece of artwork or image.
Right, right. Yeah. I know. I feel like like a lot of people hate on presets because they're like, I don't know. I feel like some people kind of consider them to be like cheating or like being quick, but it's like
It's helpful.
you're still going to go and tweak it even if you apply one,
Yeah.
because every image is different.
Ooh,
If
I like
anything,
this
I think it's
image.
really more efficient.
It is
You're
like
being
because
smarter. You're
what
working
if you want
smarter.
to what if you like 50 photos and you wanted to have the same they all look the same, you can have the same preset.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There you go. What did you say earlier? Work smarter, not harder.
Yes. Don't stress yourself out. I love this vintage look. That's
Yes, me
different. I
too.
was not expecting that, but I really like it, so I might have to keep it like
And it
right
kind of
here.
has like, yeah, it's got this like head in the clouds vibe, you know? Yeah, I dig it.
I might actually name this one SoundCloud. So
Yes,
I
that was Peter,
that
I think,
was
right?
I will shout you out, Peter.
Shout out Peter
I'll put you in my
Svensson.
caption on Saturday. I'll
Yes.
post it on Saturday on my Instagram. So I got you
Nice,
because
nice.
that's a good one. Like I love puns, and that was a good
Yes,
SoundCloud.
puns are great. Fairy says, fun fact, you can create a preset in Lightroom and apply it to applied it. You can apply it to Camera Raw filter to create your own LUT for your artwork. Okay,
Interesting.
cool.
I should look into the camera roll. I don't really
Mhm.
use like Lightroom or Lightroom Classics for the most
Yeah,
part.
yeah. I think it's because like I know like I noticed when you were like opening up your documents, you kind of start a file. You do your what is it, 8 by 10? No,
Yeah, 8 by
yeah,
10.
8 by 10. And you usually drag and drop in your image.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Camera Raw usually starts up when
You
you
have a raw
open up the
image.
image. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So
that makes
um
sense. That's
whereas
why.
you're kind of like building your your file.
Yeah. So for my photography, I use like raw images, so it would pop up. But
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
sometimes I will go in Lightroom first, and then I'll edit like the image. So
Hmm.
it's like people will do the first thing,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I just but
Yeah,
then I like how the tone is. This is I
I
might
love
have to
it.
actually. I'm gonna save this preset.
Yeah, you absolutely should.
Like
It's so cool.
this is different, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit more haze to it.
How do you go about like naming your presets? Like, do you just like how do you name them? Are you gonna be like vintage blue something like?
So I like to abbreviate. I think those are cool. So like I'll do like VH1
Hmm.
or VH2 because I'll make the same preset and then I'll make another one that's like brighter or another one that's darker,
Oh,
one with
okay.
grain. So like I literally have like five of the same one but just different. So I'll do like VH1,
Yeah.
VH2, VH3, VH4, or VHG or something like that.
Hmm.
So like for this one, I feel like this might be. I feel it's like a Polaroid vibe.
It is a Polaroid vibe.
So I might say
It totally is.
um,
I love it.
I do like Polaroid classics or like PC1, and then like I really like
Ooh.
this. My first, also my first preset here because it's a whole new.
Yes. Oh, that's
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah, maybe you can show us real quick how you make that
Yes, definitely.
because that's always super helpful, I think, for people to know like that they can just save those edits that they just made and make a preset out of it.
Like it's really helpful.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dehaze.
Steve just said, fun fact, all the fun facts today. Lightroom was built using Camera Raw's engine. So it's kind of basically exactly the same, which is like,
Okay.
okay,
So
interesting.
basically, it's just like a whole different software, but it's
Yeah.
just basically they took Camera Raw but made it an app.
Yeah, which that makes sense because, there's a lot of the same things on there. It's just, I think the like interface of Lightroom is easier for people to like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of prep images or like process raw images, and process a lot of raw images at once too. So I feel like Elevation says, anybody who doesn't like presets isn't doing enough work.
Right. Okay, this is really cute. I wasn't expecting to do this filter.
It's so good. I love it.
Sometimes I like to see what they would do on here if they like rotated themselves, like the auto
Oh,
rotation.
like the auto. Mm-hmm.
And
You
sometimes
can
I
like
like
test
it,
it out.
sometimes I don't. Like sometimes it'd be like, okay, let's go side with it. Wait, I want it actually the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think this one's straight. I don't think I want to mess with it. So I'm gonna keep that. So
Super
let's
fun.
so let's go to presets.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure at the top, yep, you can call create presets.
Okay.
And then you can
Sweet.
literally say what you want it to save. Like if I don't want the same light, I won't have to do that.
Okay.
So I think I want all those. So I'm gonna call it PC1. And then it will just say user presets, and then you have like a whole list eventually.
Yeah, once you start saving a ton of them.
Then the best part about this, like if you have a preset, you can copy and paste them and
Uh-huh.
just put them on. Like I could put it on this one if I wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't know
That's
how.
super cool.
I might just try it real quick, see what it look like. Okay, so oh yeah, if you like go over it with your
Just like
pen.
yeah, hover over
Okay,
it.
that's actually kind of
That's
nice.
nice. I like it. I
I
dig
might
it.
actually, I might actually use it. I'm gonna
Yeah, it
use
looks
it.
really pretty. It
Yes,
kind of
this
has
one.
this like
Yeah,
mauvey vibe. Like,
it's a nice preset. Okay, Shay.
yeah. Good job, Shaylin.
I love the haze. Like I think it's my favorite thing. The
Yeah,
haze.
yeah. It works so well.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm finished with this one.
Cool.
I'm going to export it, but I think I might work on this one a little bit.
Perfect. Yeah, we love to
Now
see it.
I just added the presets, and now we have to fix it up a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm gonna keep
I
that
love that.
one, and I'm gonna export both of them at the same time.
Um,
So
I wonder, so what, I feel like maybe some people might benefit or like would want to see, but like how would you export that cloud one? Like what would be your export settings or what would you recommend, at least for you, like what works for you?
I would just export it as is.
Mm-hmm.
I always put my every time I edit something with a filter, I have
Yeah.
a separate photo I create, like a subfolder. So
Mm-hmm.
I literally call it edited underscore filters.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like let's say I had a it's on my desktop, like I save all the images on my desktop for now. So like
Mm-hmm.
if I had to save it to another folder, it would just
Mm-hmm.
put a folder inside a folder.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That way I don't have to do like it won't say like this, it won't have a one next to it because it's gonna be the
Mm-hmm.
same image. So I just have
Yeah.
a whole separate folder just for my ones with filters, like the
Yeah.
final
Yeah.
pieces.
Cool. Cool.
Good way to organize.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like to keep everything organized, not like all around. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't ever have
Yeah.
everything on the desktop, but I'll put them in a folder eventually
Cool. Cool.
for digital artwork. So,
Awesome. So just about 20 minutes, you guys, until we head over to Discord to review some of those challenges. So I hope you're still working on them. You know, we will get over there soon and review. And if you
yes.
are over in YouTube, make sure to come on over to Behance and you'll be able to chime in the chat and ask some questions. Anyone in the chat, if you guys have questions for Shaylin, like feel free to just, ask them and I'll interrupt her and she'll
Yes,
answer.
let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. I really
Debbie
love this
says, I'm
filter.
loving that portrait with the flowers.
Thank you. That was from yesterday.
Yeah, and you can watch the replay of that. So you can see how she kind of built that out. And I think we're just going to Shaylin's going to show us a little bit more about finishing it up.
Yeah, that new preset is
I know,
really.
it's really nice.
I was not expecting it to work this well. So,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, I like the matte.
Mm-hmm. Fairy's asking, do you upload your artwork every day? When you had a least audience in Instagram?
So usually I try to upload it when I finish, like the next day I'll upload it, or I'll upload it on like the weekends if I'm like busy during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Cause when I upload, I always make captions now, so like that takes me a while
Yeah.
to type it out. I'm like, "Oh, what am I gonna say?" I'm like, okay, and then
Yeah.
like an hour later,
Yeah,
I
writing
finish.
captions is actually like an art.
It's a lot of work. Like I will like, okay, I'm gonna post at like 9 o'clock. I won't end up posting till like 11.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm not the greatest like writer at all, so I mean, it's hard. Shout out to all the copywriters out there and all those people who know how to write.
Like I feel like sometimes I'm like, what should I say about the piece? Should I like say
Yeah.
about me? It's supposed to be me and the
Mhm.
piece. It's like so I feel like for these ones, it's obviously going to be about Adobe Live. So like
Yes.
you
Yeah, so
already
you got a
know.
little help there.
Yeah. So it might be actually a longer a longer caption.
Yeah. I think that's something that's really interesting about like just artists and photographers, any creative, like, we're so like visual and all about the art that like sometimes it's hard for us to talk about our work and like what do we
It
say,
is.
because we're kind of like, well, the work speaks for itself, like,
Yeah.
like, our captions just like emojis or like,
No, seriously, that's really how it is. And like, I'm actually really good at writing and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
that's
I used to
amazing.
do like poetry when I was a kid. So
Oh, I
like,
love that.
yeah, I writing is actually one of my strong suits, especially like in
That's
school.
amazing. Share us your skills, Shaylin.
If you see my captions, you can see like I have some type of a little bit of flow, you
Okay,
know,
okay.
but it's like but when it comes to like actually like speaking about like deep stuff, I would just use
Hmm.
artwork,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then the artwork I would say what I say about the artwork to tie in rather than me
Hmm.
just saying it like blankly like that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it isn't. I'm not like not say comfortable, but it's just like I can't do that yet. I'm like I'm getting there, but like it's just
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's
kind
amazing.
of
And
hard.
yeah, writing is tough, so I applaud you for being good at both, being a great artist and creative, but also, being a great writer too.
Wow, I love this tone.
It's
Like it
so
just
good.
I knew cause the reason why I didn't like finish it because I knew something was missing, but I didn't know what it was. And
Mhm.
I'm glad that I just paused and went back
Yes.
because now
Yeah.
I see that it was the filter that needed fixing.
Yeah. Did it change the color to like a little bit more of like a salmon kind of
Yes,
color?
it
Yeah, I
did. That's why I'm like,
love that so
wow.
much. It's beautiful.
Like I don't know what about it, but I'm going to have to like use this preset a lot more. So expect me to use this preset a lot more
Mm.
because it's
Yeah, I
just
know, right?
so pretty.
Um, a fairy says, I am never consistent about my style. Is that okay?
Oh, what? Of course. I'm not consistent with my style either.
Yeah, yeah. I was
You
just
saw
about to
me
say you're asking the right person because, like you like
two
to
different things.
tap into all these different things.
Yeah, like I would definitely say don't hold yourself back because that's what I kind of did to myself. And like
Mhm.
recently, I feel like this year, I challenged myself to make artwork for myself at least once a day, like during the
Mhm.
summer. If I didn't, I'll at least like look at stock images.
Mhm.
So when I did that, I didn't like limit myself. Even if I try to make the same like three different double exposures every day,
Yeah.
I did something. And when I did that, I feel as though my skills improved as well as my ideas, and
Mhm.
I just had fun with it. So make whatever you want. Like
Yes.
just make whatever you want. Like I'm telling you,
Snaps. Snaps for
make
that.
whatever you want.
Yep.
Once you start thinking, is that okay? What do you mean? Why would it not?
Yeah,
Make
you're
whatever you
you're
want.
the driver. You're in control.
Yeah.
You can decide what you want to do.
Like
Yeah,
Photoshop doesn't control you. You control Photoshop.
that's right.
I should put it on a shirt.
I know.
That's a good one.
Oh my god, that is a good
Yeah.
one.
Make whatever you want, like seriously, like
Yeah.
cuz and I'm like a for I just that one hit because that was really me. Like I would be like sometimes I would not make artwork because I would have the same idea I had the other day. I'm like I already
Hmm.
made exposure. Why would I make another one? And then I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I stopping myself from making another double exposure? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
love that. Thank you, Shaylin, for
no problem.
that advice and
So
just encouragement.
yeah, I practice what I preach because this summer is when I
Yeah.
really kind of took that to heart
Yeah.
and stopped
Absolutely.
holding myself back because it just
That's
is no
great.
point.
Hmm. Yeah, there isn't. Reverb Mike says it's gorgeous.
Thank you. I am so proud of this preset.
Yeah. Same.
Like
Honestly.
it was exactly what was missing, I guess, for
Yeah.
me. Like it was
For
just
this image. Yeah.
yeah,
I love it. It's so good.
like that slight pink.
Hmm.
And then you see the highlight,
I know.
what?
I feel like this would be really pretty, like framed print. Like it's so pretty. I love
That
it.
I would definitely add to my shop, you guys, if you guys would like to
Hmm.
purchase.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I will be posting this tomorrow, so be on the lookout on my Instagram.
Yes. Everyone's agreeing with you. Reverb Mark says, it's your style, you do you. And Wade also second and third that. So
But yeah, you do you.
hmm.
Simple.
Peter says, great words, Shay.
I practice what I preach.
Exactly. Yes.
Because
We love that.
I had to learn the hard way. I like it's just no one. I mean, I'm not saying no one told me, but like you hear it, but then you never apply it until when you apply it, and then
Hmm.
you realize
Hmm.
like, oh, that's all I had to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think? What have you learned about yourself um, during this creative journey?
I learned so much. Like I feel like one day maybe if I get on my own Instagram live, I'll talk about my journey because I feel like no one will understand how I got to where I am. Like it
Hmm.
was a whole mental thing.
Okay.
Like I really grew. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I realized that everything is like within ourselves, like no matter what. So like you can't
Hmm.
blame anybody else, and that's what
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. And then once I took control, of my like not my life, well my life and like my thoughts, my emotions,
Hmm.
everything.
Hmm.
That's when things kind of started like manifesting faster in my
Yeah.
life, and that's when
Yeah.
I became happier because when you realize everything's just about you and only you, no one's opinions won't matter. No one like nothing
Hmm.
will ever matter unless it's about you. So like let's say my artwork. If
Yeah.
I love it, that's all that matters. If you guys like it, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely.
So
I
on my
love that.
my creative journey, it was kind of teaching me how to like I learned like early on that you shouldn't make things for people to make them happy or make like, to go like viral and stuff. Just make whatever you
Hmm.
want. If you
Yeah.
love it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. I really love that. That, you
Like
know,
don't lose sight of your passion as you're
yes.
once you like start thinking about like numbers and stuff because
Yeah, or
it's
like
about
trying to please
quality.
other people.
Yeah, it just because
Hmm.
in the end you won't be happy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have to do
Totally.
what you have to do what you want for yourself. It always starts with
Hmm.
it starts with you. It's if you see my captions, you go on my page, you read some of my captions. I talk about the same thing in different words a lot, even in my artwork because it's just I practice what I preach. Like I'm
Yeah.
living proof of that. Like I was. If you caught me like 5 years ago, I was going
Those are some great
to you
words. And Motivation Allah's asking, "What's your Insta?" Paco says, "Shaylin full of all."
because it's just
Absolutely, I love that.
so I'm about to export.
Super.
I will make a photo later. Let
Okay.
me see. Wow. And I
Yeah,
just looked
because
at
you're
it.
like you want to see it all, like the details and everything.
Yeah.
Hmm. Do
Wow.
you
It's
ever
really
randomly
fun.
like revisit old work?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Like recently, I think last week I was looking at like my very first type of edits and
Hmm.
like how like it's just crazy to look at my work and then see that I have similar concepts that I still make to this day, like
Yeah.
5 years ago, 6 years ago, but they're
Hmm.
just like just evolved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've been making headless edits, double exposures for the longest, and now I just kind of have like my own way of doing them.
Hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. That's so cool. Thank you, Wade, for plugging in Shaylin's Instagram.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Fairy's asking, is that a good idea if I make an artwork in Photoshop while I have an online school?
I would not be the one to answer that because I would say yes.
Yeah.
Because that's something I would do.
Yeah,
Because
right?
now that I have two laptops, I can have Zoom on the one, and then I can go on this one, and then like I'm in
You're in
this
your
the
meeting or you're
Zoom.
in class, but like you're also editing.
Yeah.
That's
So
like most people like when they're tuning into Adobe Live anyway, like they're like working on something while also tuning in.
yeah. So it's like I would say yes because I probably would do that too. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Like I would really take Photoshop and I would just do Photoshop all day if I could.
Yeah.
Like if I could, I would make probably like at least three pieces of artwork a day if I
Oh
had the
my
time.
gosh. Love that.
Like I remember like I think it was maybe March. No, I think it was like maybe April or May. I was on a
Hmm.
roll with artwork. Like
Yeah.
I would
You
make
have
like
like all the time in the world.
yeah. So I was like I was still in school, but like now I was home from school because
Right, right.
they
Yeah.
closed things down. But like it was still like make artwork. What I'm gonna do, make
Hmm.
artwork. So
Yeah.
that was so much fun.
How is that kind of like, COVID and everything like affected like your art and like, your business or like what you do
Um,
creatively?
I feel as though it made me realize that either I go hard or I go home,
Yeah.
Like I realized like I've been wanting to like be a full-time artist and graphic designer, but I never really could do it. So
Hmm.
like I think when I was in quarantine I realized that you really got to do this. Like come on, like stop playing. And then
Hmm.
I stopped playing. And
You
I
went for it.
changed, yeah, I changed my mindset, I changed my goals, and I just like put myself out there more. I would like DM people, I would advertise like what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
and I kept doing it like every day. I would probably DM like five people or like show up on people's like pages and just interact with people. That way they can see who
Hmm.
I am, what I do,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
once I put myself out there, like I try to make opportunities for myself because instead of waiting for someone to see me, it's like, I'm like I know what I do, so let me tell you what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible. I like that.
So
Very fun. Elevation says, hell yeah, we're working and vibing.
yes, you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Yes. So I'll probably
This looks
post
great.
this one on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
You'll have to
this
post it on your
one,
story too with like music attached to it. I wonder what song you're gonna pick
oh,
or
of
something.
course. Oh my, what song? I
I
feel like I
know.
might. I have so much music I could pick. I might put like one of the songs from Joji's new album. I've been listening to that on repeat. So I might do
Mm-hmm.
him.
Nice, nice.
And then this one, I feel like I don't even know. This is just so I just something to sit here just look at it. Like
Yeah.
I have to think of a caption for this one. Anybody
hmm
have any ideas for a caption? You know,
Yes, tell us in the chat. You guys have any ideas for captions for this image? Maybe for the other one too, or something. I don't know.
like 'cause
Let
this
us
one,
know.
I think my favorite thing is really the cheek.
Yeah.
Like I think it just stands out more with that highlight. And then
Mm-hmm.
since I like lowered the I think it was the highlight a little bit, like but like made it
Mm-hmm.
matte. It
Yeah,
makes the
yeah,
flowers kind of like a matte look.
yeah. It's so beautiful. I love it.
Look at the
Fairy says the
texture.
beauty. And then Kenyatta says beauty blooms.
That I like how
I
you guys
love
use beauty. You guys think
Yeah.
just like me. And you use bloom.
hmm
Yes. I think beauty blooms. Anybody else have anything? I might have to use beauty blooms.
Ooh, yeah. Phyllis says I
Or
love the
blooming
lip
beauty.
and the chin best.
Yes.
Reverb
Blooming
Mike
beauty.
says bouquet of dreams. Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Peter says flower girl.
Oh, that's nice. I think I have one with that title. I don't even know. No, I have Flower Boy. I know I used one of those.
Is it hard for you to come up with names for like your artwork, or do you leave anything like untitled or anything?
I have never used anything untitled. Like I always think of names because I feel like that's like the most challenging part. Not even the
Yeah.
Photoshop part is this is. Which is why I'm asking for you guys' help. Because if not, I would really go into thesaurus and I'll look for an
Yeah.
hour.
Oh my
Which is
gosh.
why I said it takes me like an hour or two to post on Instagram because really right before I post, I'll think of the caption and I'll think of
Yeah.
the title.
And you're like scouring through, yeah, for a unique title.
She said beauty blooms, but I might say blooming beauty.
Ooh. Okay, Fairy gave us another one. Beauty from the inside. Okay.
She see you guys think like me when I say like if I always do internal
Yeah, there's like
something
this
like that.
internal. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you see my captions for or my titles for a lot of my images, I will use like the one that says blossoming with
Or bloom. Or like
inner
inner
bloom.
blooming or something.
I like that though.
It was good yesterday when with the pun, but
Fish eye lady. It's like what's that? Fish eye lady. Okay, got it.
yeah. Reverb Mike says roses and cosmos on my mind.
Oh, that sounds like a song.
Yeah. Kenya says blooming from the inside. Lizette says change because it makes me think of that music video from that Sugar Babe song.
Oh.
So Nirma says the flowers blooms within the purity of the soul. You guys are coming up with some cool names over here.
So when I post this tomorrow and I have my title, I would like you guys to comment your title, so I might change it. So
Yes.
if just in case I
Yes.
forget, because those are
Ooh,
really good.
okay. Elevation's like Black Lotus. Mm, that's
That's
beautiful.
a good one.
Uh-huh.
I like that
Yeah.
one. I
I
like that
even
one.
like kind of like black and blooming or something like that. Like that's beautiful.
Like bright and beaming.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Black and blooming. I really like that one.
I
Like
like that one too.
that one might be it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys. Just kidding.
Black and blooming. I really like that one.
Yes. It's a vibe.
Like that sounds so strong. And this is so
Cool.
delicate.
We'll definitely I'm so excited to see this on your feed. One. And everyone go follow her on Instagram because you'll get to see some of this work on her Instagram and then make sure to comment
Yes,
the names that you had suggested. Super
definitely.
cool. All right. Well, I mean, we're almost done here and we're going to head over to Discord soon. I hope you guys are making those last minute changes and submitting it over in the community because we'll get to be reviewing those in a second.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Elevation's coming up with more names. Black Rose, eyes closed.
I like that. It's fancy,
So
catchy.
fancy, very catchy. Cool. All right. Are we ready to review some challenges?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Sweet. Okay. I am in Discord now. Let me go ahead and go to our current challenge. I just refreshed it, so hopefully we get to see some of those challenges. All right. So for this challenge today, thank you, Voodoo. It was to design a crystal ball that contains a mysterious scene using transform and warp. So here is Heather's day 3 challenge. Ooh.
Oh, this
Oh
is
my gosh, this is so
nice.
cute. I love it. I love the little girl too.
Yeah, so fall.
Yeah, definitely. Really good job with this crystal ball.
Yeah, I like the reflection of the
Yeah, I think it like works too, just like the reflection in there. Very fun.
she's making a potion.
I know. She kind of combined like yesterday's and today's in a way,
Yeah.
you know? But loving these like Halloween themed challenges too. So fun. But yeah, I think they did a great job. I can definitely see like it's very much like a crystal ball that's floating. You can see the kind of the lighting, the shadows. It works really well here for sure.
I like the motion too of like the smoke and how like it's green and it kind of comes
Hmm.
out from the little pot.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
wand.
same
It's
here.
like
It's perfect. The only thing I would say is I'm like trying to figure out like the perspective here.
hmm
You know, like I wonder if she needed to be like a little bit smaller.
unless
Or
unless
unless she's a giant.
yeah, I was just gonna say unless she's a giant, then it works perfectly.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah. And then, you know, probably just like a little bit of kind of cleanup here just so it's a little bit more smoother.
hmm
But other than that, it's like really fun. And I think they hit it perfectly with this magic this
Yeah, that's
crystal ball.
different. I like that.
Yeah, super fun. I would be curious to see like a little bit more like playing with colors and filters
Mhm.
to kind of even set the mood even more, you know?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Play with that.
Yeah. Super fun. Good job to Heather. Ooh, okay, Brenda just submitted. We'll just take a look at it real quick.
Ooh,
Thank you for submitting, Brenda. Super cool. Okay.
very very creepy, but I like
Very
it.
creepy. I like it though. I dig it. This kind of reminds me of what is that guy? The Green Mask.
Oh, the creepy. Oh yeah.
I like it though. I think it's cool. They did a good job too with like the reflection
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's really
Oh,
good. I like the curvature.
uh-huh, uh-huh. I wonder though if like if maybe it would help the whole image tie it together if there was a little bit of green, like even just like a hint of green in the crystal ball because of the hands, you know, maybe?
Oh, like a little glow, a little bit.
Yeah, like a little glow or something so that like, you know, because right now otherwise it's just kind of like, you know, there's just the hand and we don't know. If it's supposed to be underneath the crystal ball, I would love to see
Mhm.
some like glow, like green glow.
It would be cool if you like blur the background, but and then let the crystal ball
Hmm.
like was actually like not blurred. That way you can see the crystal ball like more like it's like towards us instead of like a different
Right.
like it's a different focal point.
Yes, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, that would be cool for sure. But this is very fun. I like
It's
it.
nice. The green
Very
a lot.
spooky Halloween.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, for real. But really great job with the crystal ball in general. Just like again, like lighting and the shadows,
hmm
like really spot on. And
The
they hit it
reflection.
too with like I think that's like the thing about crystal balls, right? Like when you're looking through some
Yeah.
crystal, like you're gonna get the reflection like like opposite, right? Of like
hmm
what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, really great job. But yeah,
Yes.
a green glow would have been fun. Would be fun, I think. So cool. Thank you, Brenda. All
Awesome.
right. So this is from Ella's. Going back to day 2 yesterday for
Yeah,
challenge
the
the
potion.
potion.
I
Ooh.
like this smoke add addition to it. That's really nice.
Yes, me too. I really like the use of this cup too. It's like it's different from like the ones that we've seen too.
Yeah, it's very different.
It's very different. Yeah. I feel like this is probably like Dracula's like potion or like Dracula's cocktail of choice, you know? Yeah,
Right.
I think this is fun.
Yeah, I like how the cup stands out and like you added smoke all over, like not only in the
Yes.
back but also like by
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
bottom of
yeah,
it.
yeah. And I really enjoy too the fact that it gets darker at the bottom too, because I
Mhm.
think that's just like I feel like naturally how it would look.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. Um, yeah, I'd be curious to kind of like maybe even adding a little bit more like red, like, because I'm sure like the light would reflect a little bit of red, like color
Mhm.
cast or something.
Yeah.
But it's super fun. I really dig it. And I think the smoke really adds to it.
Yeah, it's really good blending with the smoke. It
Uh-huh.
comes like
Yeah,
it
really
blends
good
in
job.
with the drink perfectly.
Yes, exactly. Good job, Elez. Super cool. All right. Let's see. Okay, so this is from day one, ethereal objects, kind of from that one like movement, like cool
Okay.
challenge. Ooh, okay.
Well, you better give someone a note.
It's a vibe. I know, right?
Like, oh, what is that?
hmm
I like that.
I love the colors. I think it gives me this vibe. It's very mood, like kind of scary mood.
Yeah, it's like she's like
Um,
coming towards you.
yeah, it's like she's a
Like
ghost. She's a spirit or
yeah, like
something.
a half of the 4 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely it's scary. I'm scared. But really great job, I think, with the movement, like this motion blur situation. I think that's what it is, right? I mean,
I think
I
it
don't
is
know.
motion blur.
Yeah, I should go back and check out Voodoo Val's challenge video. But yeah, this looks cool. I dig it, and I think that they did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Looks cool. No other feedback from me.
I think it's
Thank
cool.
you, the palettes of Shikar. Ooh, okay. So this is from Merva Pair. Crystal ball. Whoa.
Eagle. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, this is so interesting because I love seeing like people take kind of very similar things because I think all of them
Mm-hmm.
get like very the same assets, but like everyone does something so different.
Yeah.
And like that other one was like, the green hand with the blood and like
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
and then here now we're like, what is it? Half dome?
It reminds me of like a Powerball, like because like he's like a
Mhm.
superpower. Like, oh, this is
Mhm.
what it is, and like it summons an eagle.
Yes. Yes.
And I like how the eagle has like a wavy thing. So like you know
Yeah.
how like glass distorts something, so
Mhm.
you can I
Mhm.
think they distorted the eagle so you can see that it's through the glass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I like that too. They did a good job with that. Um yeah, I can definitely see how like it's like a little bit more wavy and
But you can still tell
um
it's an eagle though, which is good.
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
would
I
say
wonder, I don't know. I wonder if they just like captured this thing in the crystal ball or if it's like
right.
seeing through it. I don't know. But I guess if it was seeing through it, it would have to be like upside down or something, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So maybe it is inside of the crystal ball. It just got trapped. Summoned it, like you
I
said.
would say like add maybe like some of the orange glow to the hand. If so that way if it
Yeah.
is coming from the hand, you can tell that it is.
Yes. Yeah. To kind of tie that in together. We could see it like a little bit, but I think a little
Yeah.
bit more even.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, this is cool. And yeah, it's kind of almost even like something like a dark storm is about to like occur
Yeah.
too, which I think adds to it.
Right.
Super cool. Yeah. Good job,
Awesome.
my repair. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh
Okay, this is from
my
Fairy. Oh my gosh. Hi
that's so
Fairy. I know
cute.
he's been in the chat, so they've been in the chat. Um, let's see. Okay, this one's so cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
A crystal ball that like portals you to a movie.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. So good. I love
I
it.
I love the tip of the fingers and you can see the highlights of it, but you can
Yes.
tell it's holding it. It's
Yes,
really
yes. And
nice.
like it kind of seems like it was like in pitch black, so it's just the light source is just coming from this
Yeah,
crystal ball. I think it's so fun.
very
I think
nice. I
they did
like
a great
that.
job and I like the grain too.
I was just about to say that. I said I see the grain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see the
Which I
grain.
think adds to the fact that like it kind of was shot like at night, and
Hmm.
usually with night photos like it's kind of grainy
Grainy. Yeah.
typically. Yeah. No, I think this is great.
I think it
And it's
helps
so
blend it
cute.
too.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, who is that?
Yeah. Really great job, Barry. This is awesome. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This is from Majesty. So let's see. Okay. Interesting. Fun little purple potion here.
I know, I like it.
I know. I like this like different setting that they chose too.
It'd be cool if they like added maybe like some spider webs or something. Like look like it's
Oh
kind of
my
old.
God, yes.
Like it's like left. It's been left there for like years or decades.
Yes,
The
yes.
potion.
That's yeah, adding to the story and just kind of being like, oh, this like potion has been left
Because when I see the
there
window,
for years.
right, like what's going on? Like what's outside? Why is the
Yeah,
potion there?
yeah. Yeah, that's a good
It's
idea. I
fun.
like the idea of that like kind of like old, old cobwebs or something and like yeah, I would definitely play with this a little bit more, but I think it's like super fun, this little color thing. Let me see. Let me just zoom in here real quick. Oh, I think that's as far as I can zoom in. But yeah, no, that's super fun. I
It's
would say that like maybe like darkening a little bit more of the bottle
or
because right now
adding
it's kind of in the shadow part,
that
right?
is
So
true.
to make it seem like it's more in the image, maybe
Mhm.
darkening it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Unless it was closer to the light that's coming from the window.
Hmm.
Yeah, but maybe just like darkening to like really make it establish it in there.
That'd be cool. And
Yeah.
or a glow could be cool too. You
Yeah.
want if it's in the dark, you can maybe have it glow.
Right. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, and then maybe like add more glow on like the ground or like just like surrounding area or something.
Yeah, to the window. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Super cool. Oh yeah, to the window actually. That would be kind of cool because then it's like, okay, it's such a glowy potion that like
Hmm.
it's like going
Powerful.
everywhere. It's so
Yeah.
powerful. Yeah.
Whoa.
I know, right? Cool. Thank you, Majesty. Okay, this is from
Ooh.
Brenda for
Love
yesterday's
potion number
challenge.
9.
Okay. What does that mean? I want to know.
Number 9. I wonder what 8 through 1 is.
Exactly. I'm like, what do they do?
Maybe they're different colors.
Yeah, right. Okay. It's kind of, I love that it's like a little bit of a funky like
I
stem of
like the
the.
abstract. Yeah. Like
Hmm.
that should be a real cup.
Yeah,
I'll,
right.
I'll buy it.
I
It's good.
bet there's something out there that's like that.
Yeah.
That's like kind of like a little curvy. Super fun. Love that there's this little like spider web thing going
I
on in here.
know. Now I'm kind of scared.
I know. I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, is this really a love potion or is this more like
Yeah, it's like number 9. So yeah,
like forever alone potion?
yeah. It's like you'll fall in love, but this will happen.
Yes, or something. Yeah, exactly.
You
Something's
get turned
fishy
to
about this.
yeah. You get turned into a spider. It's like there,
Exactly. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. I
I don't
know.
want that.
I love coming up with stories for like all these like
Yeah.
artwork and projects. It's so fun. I think this is fun. I love the green and I like that you added glow down here
Yeah.
too.
I like the red at the bottom because it goes with the title at the top. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it kind of helps tie it in a little bit more. And there's this kind of like interesting like horizon line too. So it feels like it's in a place. Like
like
it's
it's
like
on a surface.
established. It's on a surface. Yeah, I mean, I think this is great. I would just keep playing around with it more. Maybe adding more green glow at the bottom to kind of, you know, make it a little more fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Super cool. Okay. Ooh, okay. So catching up from
yeah.
H Johnny. Cool. Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think they added a what do you call those things? See the hand? I forget what you call them. Glow basket.
Oh,
It's
This
a
one.
head. Yeah, I was like, I forget what you call them.
I like the green shoes and like
Yeah.
some like green elements here. Very fun. Yeah, very creepy. I'm creeped out for
Yeah,
sure.
I like the muted colors as well to makes the green pop out more.
Yeah, same here. I
Like it's,
think that like some of the other people used this background. I think I remember, right? Like I feel like I
yeah.
remember the sign back here.
Oh yeah, they
Very
blurred
creepy.
it out. I see.
Yeah, that's actually nice because it kind of feels like okay, this is you can tell that this is closer and like this is kind of further
Yeah,
away.
that's the foreground, background.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But really fun, like tools used to like create this like
Yeah, I see. I like how you can see the legs. It's actually like squiggling. Like
I
you can see
know.
it.
I know. Yeah. It almost kind of has like this like genie effect,
Yeah.
where it's like woo woo, like it's just like I don't know, maybe her whole body's just gonna go straight into her shoes and then it's just the
Right.
shoes left behind or something. I don't know. Oops. Yeah, no, this is cool. Okay. And then this is from Mom That Games.
Ooh, the hand.
Ooh. Okay, this hand situation is interesting. I love these effects right here though.
Yeah, that's nice. The clouds.
The clouds, yeah.
It's like you could. It felt. Like, I feels like it's like the top of the clouds, and like it's like the surface, like what's under it. So it's like two different things.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Super cool.
The hands coming from the clouds. Cool.
I love that they left the Adobe stock.
Yeah.
Promo right there.
Right.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see maybe like because right now the hand's kind of like out of the like it's either I can't tell if it's either behind it. I mean, it kind of seems like it's behind the glass.
Oh yeah.
But if they wanted to make it like it was more inside, I would probably I
Probably
don't know,
switch
maybe
the
move it over or
layer. Maybe you could switch the layer. Maybe the layer is like behind those two, so you put the layer on the top. It would like
yeah. Yeah.
be on the top, and then that's where you can like erase. And then it could come
Yeah.
from just the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. But really great way to like just like play around with different, patterns, textures, and I love the smoke. I think smoke's just like adds such a fun
Yeah.
effect. Yeah, super cool. All right. And then, ooh, okay.
Oh, it's
So this
like a
is from
cool light.
Diagon Alley or / Christina. A
I like the
magical
different jar.
potion. Whoa, this is cool.
Yeah, very nice blur. I loved how you have the blur in the back. It pops
Yeah.
out the jug a lot.
And I like the different kind of jar instead of like a regular, like glass.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big supply of potion. Love the
Potion party.
bokeh effect too. I don't know if that was like the image already like that, but it
Yeah,
looks
it's very
cool.
nice.
And the lighting too is like really fun. It's like coming from this potion. They did a good job of like reflecting kind of some of it too.
Yes, that's really good too.
I would say though that maybe like it's a little bit harder edges, so maybe like softening it a little bit.
Yeah, the Gaussian blur would be perfect for that.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Or you could even just like with a brush, a really soft brush and like low opacity, just like
mask tool.
Yeah, using mask tool. Yeah, no, that's super cool. I dig it.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Okay, we'll just look at a few more and then we're good to go. Okay, this is from Stephanie. Wait, let me see what she said. Thanks for the feedback. Worked on the occlusion shadows and also applied a color lookup to improve the color integration. This is from Stephanie. Okay. Oh no,
I like
taking
the
a little
setting.
Maybe I'll get out and like come back in. Oh no, I don't know why it's taking so long. Well, we get the gist of it.
Yeah.
I really like this potion bottle though. I love that there's 2 shot glasses too.
Right.
I think they're shot glasses. Maybe they're just like regular glasses. I don't know. But I kind of like that it's like just out on the beach,
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna be taking some shots on the beach.
Let me see if I can zoom in through here. Oh yeah, here, this is a better version.
Cool.
Yes. The beach like chairs too. I'm dead.
Yeah, and then good job on the reflection of the table too as well.
Yeah, like
It is
I can see the
brighter.
reflection of the bottle here too, and like just the reflections of the glasses, and then this like little swirling motion like in the potion too. Very cool. I want to know what that is. Tell us. What will it do for me? Will I feel like I'm on vacation every day? I would like that.
I know, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one last one and we're good to go. Okay, this is from Wendy Gale. Lovely potion. I guess it's just taking a while to load, so I'm just gonna look at it from here. Okay, cool. Okay, this is a fun like different color situation here. Yeah, I like the swirling. I like the different types of green in here.
Yeah, that's different. I like
it. Kind of feels like it's like, when you have like a drink that has where things settle and it like starts to separate.
Yeah,
it's kind of like doing that where it's like, okay, like things are happening and it's cool.
Yeah, it feels like kind of elegant. I don't know why, but
yeah, it is kind of elegant.
Like, the little cacti in the back.
Yes. I can also see it being kind of like a matcha potion or something.
That'd be nice.
That's great. No, this is awesome. And I think I like that you can see, the like behind the glass too.
Yeah, it's very good blending with the
Yeah,
back.
very good blending. And I like that they use a different background too than like kind
Mhm.
of. I always like when people kind of go outside of the normal stuff and kind of
Mhm.
create something very unique for themselves. So very cool. You guys, thank you so much for submitting. That was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Keep submitting because people always, have something to say and want to give feedback. Some of the mentors on Discord are great. So just because you didn't get a chance to get it reviewed today, like doesn't mean, that people can't give you some feedback later. So
Mhm.
we'll have some more challenges tomorrow too, and next week as well. So thank you guys for submitting. All
Yes.
right, let's get back to Shayla.
Yes.
Cool. And I think we have about like 5 minutes.
Got it.
Okay. Perfect. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, Shaylin, you have about 5 minutes. So whatever you wanted to take care of now, I know you're pretty much done, but if you wanted to talk about anything about your artwork or wanted to start something super quick,
Okay.
feel
Actually, I think I
free.
might. Let's see. Because yesterday I had that one image
Mm-hmm.
that I was thinking about editing. So maybe I can play around with it and we can
Yeah.
start from there. This one.
Oh yeah, the other one. Mm-hmm. So fun. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat.
Yes.
Wade said, yes, one vacation potion, please, or maybe two. That's so fun. But yeah, if you guys have any last minute questions, ask them.
Yes.
Shaylin's here. She's gonna
Yes.
do a few minutes of editing and then we'll be wrapping up.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
I
I appreciate
know.
it.
I know a lot of people were engaged over the last 2 days, so that was really cool. Especially when people were trying to like let you decide or like pick the floral pattern.
That was so funny.
Everyone went wild.
I was like, so no one wants two? And everybody's like, two. I was like, oh, now you want two.
I know. There's literally everyone had different everyone had a different option. They were just like they couldn't decide.
I'm glad we went with the one we picked.
I know, me too. I really like that one too. It was so cool.
So now the fun part is to pick one for this one.
I know.
I might look at that one.
Yeah, for sure. And I like that trick that you did about like kind of upping the contrast and like darkening the portrait too, because I think that'll help with a double exposure.
Yeah, it definitely helps with this.
Very
I'll
cool.
try
Oh yeah,
this.
that one was 3, right?
Yes.
That one was a good one. Cool. Here we go. This is like my favorite. I love seeing this.
I know it's my favorite too. I'm like, wow, what? No way. It's like I didn't know these blend modes could do that.
I know.
Even like using like the hue is something cool. Like it looks pop art. Like
yeah,
trippy.
yeah. It is. It does look trippy. So fun. Whoa. Super cool. And this is something that you're working on all the time, like these double exposure like portraits and stuff. So like, you'll probably see more of Shaylin's double exposures. If you follow her on Instagram. And you can check out her website too. What's your website, Shaylin?
smwvisuals.com.
Okay, cool.
Yes. smwvisuals.com.
Cool.
You can see my commission work. You can see my digital illustrations. You can see a lot of different things I've worked on. You can find my shops there to like find like buy prints. So yeah, you can see a lot on my website.
Yeah, that's awesome. Peter says, do Shay always use flowers in her art? Do you always use flowers?
I use it a lot. Yeah, I use a lot of. I love to use nature in general.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yes, I do.
Cool. Well, we love everything that you do, Shay. So we're so excited
Thank
to keep,
you.
to follow you on your Instagram and whatever you're up to. But I think we've come to the end of our stream of day
Okay.
2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can watch the
Thank
replays of
you.
both streams. So, if you missed out on anything or had to step away, like you can watch those. And thank you so much, Shay, for being on this
Thank
stream
you
with
for
us.
having me. It's so much fun.
All right. Well, thanks so much. And until next time, bye.
Bye. Bye.